your main says about you. Either basic people or people who are really good at stringing combos. People who use Banana Slammer, Charge Up Neutral Special, or really like ducking the foe. Banana Slapper is his B attack. Either really big fans of the Legend of Zelda franchise, or are people who just like, oh my god, I really like Legend of Zelda, even though they played Breath of the Wild only. Either people who really like the 2D Metroid games, or people who hate Ridley. People who like the 3D Metroid games that like Ridley. People who just use down arrow the entire match. People who are excited about the buffs that Kirby got. Or people who just like committed suicide with Kirby while sucking the foe up. People who like the Star Fox games, or are people that are saying, oh, Melee was his best Smash game, even though it was the glitchiest game. And it was not even that fast. Either huge Pokemon fans or people who think Pichu's the best in the game, despite one specific character. People who either are huge fans of the Luigi Mansion franchise are happy that they finally put the Poltergust in some way, shape, or form, or big fans of Waluigi. Either people who like using the OK taunt, or spammers. People who think that they're the show of the party, and I know it made no sense, or people who just like the F-Zero games, despite Nintendo not saying that, well, despite Nintendo not putting any more on the Nintendo consoles aside from the other games that were already out before. People who are demons, or pray to demons. Really good characters, same thing with Daisy. Meh, they're not that good, but not that bad. Or like Bowser Sighting. Depression, and they just put a mask of smiliness on their face. People who really like Ocarina of Time. I almost said Majora's Mask again. Wow. Either people who are like, oh, this is the best variation of Zelda. Or people who are like, oh my god, I like the female protagonist of the Legend of Zelda, despite you never being able to play as a female. Basic. People who still believe Pichu's broken as shit, even though Pichu's still good, he's still not broken. People who think Falco's better than Fox, despite Fox being faster and is easier to play as. People who think royalty is better than personality. The manlier variation of Mars because they don't believe in royalty. Young boys who just got to play Breath of the Wild but do not want to play as a huge boy. Either Ganon insiders or people who just like the Ocarina of Time Ganon. Huge legendary Pokemon fans. Either people who were complaining that he wasn't inside of any other game aside from Smash 4, Melee, and Ultimate. Or the people who are like, oh my god, he's just another Marth, but it does Hill, which I prefer Hill over Tip. People who are fathers. People who like the old days. Same thing with Pac-Man, so I'm going to skip over him. Unless I decide another thing. Either people who think he wasn't broken inside a brawl, or people who just generally don't understand brawl's mechanics. Cannot read, and can read. Okay, seriously though. The pits are either people who are happy all the time, or people who are angry the entire time. Either people who like this type of stuff, or people who are just huge fans of the Metro games. Either or. Fat asses. They always say Snake quotes during a match, and always try to do a really shitty impersonation of him. Like this, Colonel. Yeah, Colonel. People who are somewhat fans of Fire Emblem, but won't really go out to say it. Same thing with his alternate skin. In fact, most of the alternate skins are going to share the same thing. Either are huge fans of the Pokemon switching mechanics, like having 3 different movesets in one, or Flare Blitz spammers with Charizard. People who think Daycon was broken inside of Ultimate Day 1, or people who prefer DK over Diddy, but don't like on how heavy DK is. People who either lost a mother as a child, or are huge Snake fans. And no, not Snake, from over there. Well, they like going fast, and normally are not able to be hit, but if they're a Sonic fan, then they will get hit all the time. Every single attack, they'll run right into it. Really funny people. And also like saying the quotes from the anime. People who like plants. People who like Goku. And the people who are like, we want Goku for Smash, despite Sakurai saying no. People who are very old, but still in their prime. People who like cartoons. Edgy boys. Creepy murderers. Seriously, you can't tell me that this does not look like a murder. Really good players, and people who know that Mega Man has potential to be an S tier, yet due to him having so many problems, well, yeah, he is not an S tier. Gosh, stretch your legs. They liked having a psychic, very similar to Ice Climbers, except I did not mention that. But even when they look depressed, they're really not, and they're just full of smiles. He's gonna smack your shit a little. Frogs. Or Naruto fans. People who either stroke their waifu, or really big fans of the Kid vs. Uprising game. People who were really big fans of the original Pac-Man and are sad that they did not use that design. People who like RPGs. That's going to be 1 point for Hero as well. People who like having 5 similar movesets but with different mechanics. People who think Bowser Jr. is very underrated. People who love dogs and ducks. Oh my god, he's so serious. Seriously, during an entire match, he's gonna be extremely silent and will only grunt during the entire thing. Seriously. Watch every single Ryu player, and they're just gonna grunt each time that they get hit or don't do the special command inputs. People who either were jokesters say that Terry was Ken just with a hat, or jokesters say that Pokemon Trainer was Terry, except Terry was buff and dyed his hair blonde and got rid of his Pokemon. People who really like anime, or people who say Final Fantasy VII is the best game ever. Either have foot fetishes, or people who really, and I mean really, like dragons. Either really funny people who only make jokes whenever. The only time they make jokes is whenever they win, and they can make you laugh. Or really big fans of the Bayonetta series, keep those people around. Okay, Euclid was actually going to be different compared to everyone else, because I wanted to do one for every single alt, because I think all of them are unique, in my opinion. So, these first 2 alts right here are big fans of Splatoon. These 2 alts are people who like working. These alts... Oh, wait, what? Oh, this actually is a completely separate alt. I just realized that. This is someone who is a fan of both Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, and personally doesn't prefer either one of them. These 2 are workers. Schoolboy and Girl was actually quite hard for me, because I could not decide on what I wanted to do with these 2. But I decided saying that nerds. And this one are people who like skateboards. People who hate Samus. People who are either Christians, or people who are like, oh my god, Simon's better than Richter because he has fire properties. People who are ugly, but chose a person so they could seem handsome. People who wanted him ever since the N64 era, or ever since Melee. People who love dogs, or people who just chose this cute little dog because, well, they prefer choosing a dog despite them knowing that the dog will get beat up. Dickheads who just like taunting. Mediocre people and are not really that selfish, but they will do over 40 damage for a side B, so watch out. People who say Persona 5 is the best game, or people who are really good at Smash, like Sheik's style, but hates the kill power Sheik has, so Joker was the perfect character for them. RPG lovers, Dragon Quest lovers, people who say that this is Trunks, and people who say this is Gohan. People who love the original Banjo-Kazooie games, and I'm one of them. I'm a Banjo-Kazooie main, along with Joker and Hero, except for the Persona 5 thing. Terry. People who are really big fans of Fatal Fury, and think that it's a really good game, which can't blame them. I was able to recently play it, and yeah, it functions really well. Okay, I just selected this one for randomness, but, well, they're either like, oh my god, we can make our own anime protagonists. And that's the same thing for Sword Hero, or people who just like punching things. People who are anime protagonists or prefer melee weapons over fists. People who are punny jokesters, if they chose the Sans ult. But if they are a normal meat gunner, then, hold on, then they're really passionate people about what they believe. So that does it for every single character that's currently out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you click the like button. You don't have to subscribe. But yeah, thank you for watching.